right, we're back with another episode of It's That Easy. We're still talking college basketball, man. I don't know if there's anything else going on, to be honest with you, but college basketball has been so much fun. So if you're watching, please like and subscribe. That greatly helps us out, and I'd greatly appreciate that. So these are tomorrow night's games. So we're talking Thursday night games. Man, here's the thing. I don't know if you've ever watched or listened to the song "The Gambler" by Kenny Rogers. So in the line, it's about gambling. It's about poker, right? But in the song, he says, "Every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser." Every game that we do, every college game that goes on, actually every game out there, right? But let's just take college games. Every college basketball game that goes on is a winner and it can be a loser, right? You just got to know what to look for. I mean, think about this. On Saturdays, there's probably, 100 games that go on. If you could figure that out, could you imagine? Because every game, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, somebody's going to cover, somebody doesn't cover, some underdog's going to win, somebody else is going to win. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. So for that reason, we only have one really, well, actually, I think we only have one top 25 game. But I looked at, you know what? Let's do the Texas version of It's That Easy for Thursday night basketball. I found a bunch of Texas colleges that are going to be out there running around in different parts of the country. I figured, you know what? Let's take a look at them. So we're going to jump right in. First game, big game, Michigan State and Purdue. So here's the thing. Michigan State and Purdue have the exact same record. They're both 22-5. They're both 12-4 in the Big Ten. Michigan State is 13, Purdue's 8. So, and we've had this happen before, right? Same records. It's either a 20-point blowout or, 1-point game. But here's the thing. I think it's a conference game. I was looking at the numbers here. Purdue is better at offense, but Michigan State's better at defense, right? Purdue's a better shooter. Field goal percentage. They have better assists, but it just goes back and forth. They're just kind of the same team. And so, I was looking at this, I said it's either going to be Purdue blows them out by 20 or Michigan State could actually win the game. I'm going to go Michigan State to cover the 6.5 points because I think it's going to be a really close game, only because they're practically the same team. Here's the thing that I'm going to throw out there. If you're looking for an underdog to bet on, this could be it. They don't get closer than this. Same record on the road. The only thing that would be different is if the home team was the underdog. That'd be even better. But yeah, you never know. So I'm going to go with Michigan State to cover, and I don't know. They may be my dog pick too. So we'll see how that goes. So I get into these other games, right? It's I don't know if you know who the University of Texas El Paso is. They're in El Paso, obviously, playing Middle Tennessee. Let's see here. So they're in the CUSA conference. I don't know what that is. I should have looked it up. Conference USA? I don't know. But they're in the same conference. UTEP is 10-17, where Middle Tennessee is 13-4. Sorry, 13-14. That's the Blue Raider, if you didn't know that. I didn't know what that is. I thought that was a horse, but Blue Raider. And UTEP Miners, obviously, you can tell that, right? Pickaxe there. So 6.5 point favorites. Here's the thing that I've seen over the last couple of, actually, I think the last week and a half, I've been doing some of these games that I don't really, smaller teams. I feel like that they're pretty evenly matched, and so anything can happen on any day. It looks like the Middle Tennessee, a good game for them. They're scoring in the 70s, maybe low 80s, and they give up, in the 70s or 60s. A good game for UTEP. They're scoring in the high 60s and, giving up the low 60s. So a couple of things I thought here. If it goes Middle Tennessee's way, they'll probably hit that over. But I think surprisingly, it'll probably be a closer game than we think. If it goes UTEP's way and they come out and they can win, it'll probably be the under. It'll probably be 125 points, and UTEP will win 62, 63, 61 or something like that. So, Yeah, so you never know on that one, but I'm going to pick UTEP to cover. And I don't bet on a lot of these games sometimes. Actually, I do sometimes for fun. A couple of them, I'll parlay a couple. But, I definitely kind of keep an eye on them because I kind of want to see like what happens between these teams. So the next one, Tarleton State versus Utah Valley. At first, I thought that was a Tiger, but then when I saw the team, they're actually Wolverines. So Tarleton are the Texans. That's kind of original there, right? From Texas. And Utah Valley Wolverines. Now, here's a discrepancy here. Utah Valley is 20-7. Tarleton is 14-14. So your typical 500, low level or middle level college basketball team. They're in the WAC, so they're in the same conference as well. Here's the thing too: Utah Valley will score in the 60s. If they're doing well, they're in the 60s and they're holding their other teams in the 50s. If Tarleton does well, they're scoring in the 70s. Between the 70s and then holding their opponents in the 60s, right? So I was like, ooh, that could be an under there, but that could probably get you. Let's see, 60. Actually, it could. You could go the under on some of these games, but then when they get together, they probably go off. So 15.5 points was a lot, only because I think same thing. If Tarleton shows up like they did a few of the past games, it's a close game. If they don't, Utah Valley probably beats them by 25 or 30. So, but I'm going to go, since it's 15 points, I'm going to say, that Tarleton kind of holds them down a little bit. Let's see. They hold their opponents to 73 points. Utah Valley holds their opponents to 67 points. See right there, that's 130 points. Why would it be 152? Unless I have that incorrectly. Because now I'm thinking no. Oh, okay, yeah, I do have it. Sorry, I have that incorrectly. It's 141. Okay, now I think I'm doing this. Maybe I missed them. Anyway, 141. I'd still probably go the under because they're probably going to hit in the 130s. So that'll be an interesting one there. Florida International. See, I bet you I did the same thing there. Let's see. Why do I change Yeah, I did. Okay, Florida International and Sam Houston. So Florida International is 13-14. Also, I guess it's Conference USA. Sam Houston, they are the Bearcats, but the Cats is spelled with a K. So I don't know how different that makes the Cat. But they're 19-8, so they're actually pretty good. 6.5 points at home. Let's see. The Bearcats give up 74 points a game. And the Panthers, that's who Florida International, 77 points a game. And they score about the same, 82 points a game. So it's going to be pretty interesting, except for the fact that when Florida International wins, they're in the 70s and their opponents are in the 60s. When Sam Houston wins, they're in the 80s and their opponents are in the 70s. So, that's, let's say 140 to 150 there. Their over-under is 163, man. They're expecting some points on this one. You know what I'm going to end up doing? I think I'm going to end up going under on all of these. I might parlay an under for some of these games and see what happens. But I do think Sam Houston will cover at home just because I'm biased because I'm from Texas and they're from Texas. I don't know if that means anything there, but we'll do that. And then, okay, this is actually my alma mater. UT Arlington is playing California Baptist. If you can't tell by those letters, they're the Lancers. I'm not sure what that is. Lancer, maybe it's a car. I don't know. UT is the Mavericks, which, okay, it's a horse. This is going to be a tie one. I actually should pick. They don't score much, either one of these teams. UTA's games are in the 60s, then 50s. Every once in a while, they break out in the 70s. California Baptist is in the 60s, 70s. There's a game where it's in the 40s and the 50s. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm sure I did this with that one too. Okay, it's 132 is the over-under. I would not go the under on that one because they're probably going to hit 132.5 points exactly. Somebody will find a way to score half a point. Probably should go California Baptist, but I'm such a homer that I'm going to go ahead and go with my guys and pick UTA stepping up, covering that. And it's only because, let's see, UTA gives up 67 points a game. California Baptist gives up 68 points a game. That's actually pretty good. And they each score 71 points a game. It's so crazy how a lot of these teams are so alike. But we're going UTA on this one. See how that goes. So now you have your picks. If you're looking for some picks on Thursday, these are your picks here. Hope everyone's having a great night. If you're watching, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you're watching the Longhorns in Florida because the Longhorns are doing pretty well, just like I said they would. But good luck with that. Good luck with the games tonight. Good luck with those games tomorrow. And we will see you on the next stream.